Here's last Sunday's message in 2 minutes-ish. Well, it's not really last Sunday's message because last Sunday we had the carpenters here and they gave us an update on missions and preached on missions and stuff like that. So I'm not going to summarize their message, but 2 weeks ago, I never recapped my message. So we're going to go back and do that. So 2 weeks ago, I talked about having faith like a mustard seed. And some people, when they see the verse where Jesus said, if you just have faith as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, be removed and cast into the sea, and it would. They think that Jesus is saying, if you have just a small, tiny amount of faith, like the size of a mustard seed, which is not really accurate. It shouldn't be translated that way. It should be translated as if you have faith in the manner of a mustard seed. I mean, besides, does telling a mountain to be removed and cast into the sea sound like a job for small faith? Or what about all the times where Jesus is like, oh, you of little faith? Like, he never rewards people for having small faith. He rewards people for having great faith. So how does a mustard seed have faith? What did Jesus mean by that? Well, he told us earlier where he said that a mustard seed is the tiniest of all the seeds, yet it grows into a giant tree where birds nest and it creates shade. So basically, despite the outward circumstances of being small and tiny and everything, looking at it saying this is insignificant, not going to amount to anything, the mustard seed simply grows according to God's design for it, and it grows into something that defies human expectation. That's what we do. When we grow according to God's design for us, we go beyond what we are capable of just as mere humans in our own natural selves, and we get to tap into the supernatural things of God, where we can accomplish things that take great faith. Well, what exactly is faith? Have you ever had a friend that you can completely predict what they're going to say or do in whatever situation? Or maybe you have someone that you just know, if you asked for help, if you ask them to do something, you don't have to follow up on them. You don't have to check in on them. You just know it's going to be done. And you just await for them to say, yeah, it's finished. Well, that's having faith in that person. You know what they're going to do. You can predict how they're going to be, and you just trust that they're going to do what's required of them. Well, that's the same way we have faith in God. Now, how do you get faith in people like that? You spent time with them. You built relationships with them. You talked with them. You had those moments where you just got together and you shared your hearts with each other. You had intimate times of communication, deep relationship with that person. And now you know them so well, you can kind of predict how they're going to be. The same thing is true with us and Jesus. When we spend time with him, when we are intimate with him, when we spend long sessions in prayer and getting to know him, and we know his heart, we get into his word, we understand his character. Now we know what he's going to do. Knowing what he's going to do allows us to have faith. We know he's going to provide for me. We know he's going to take care of me. We know he's going to see me through the situation because I know him. That's having faith. That's mustard seed faith. Don't think of it in terms of like, if I can just have a small amount of faith. Think of it in terms of, can I know my Savior so well that I can believe him for whatever he said he's going to do? And then just grow in him. Be who God designed you to be. Yeah, that's it. Bye.